Bumi Kayangan had known war before, but never fear. Aurelia shimmered beneath 1,000 veil lamps, its crystal spires rising like frozen sunbeams. For millennia, the elves, the Bunian, believed themselves untouchable, unchanging, unbreakable. Yet on this day, for the first time since the first dawn, the light itself felt unsure. In the sanctum of Oralieth, the queen's body lay upon a dais of woven star steel, still serene, uncrowned, because her crown was gone. The city did not yet know, but the veil did, and it shivered. Far above Aurelia, beyond mortal sight, a sliver of darkness ripped through the veil and fled like a living scar, trailing embers of corrupted light behind it. Clutched in its monstrous grasp, the crown of light, the dying guards whispered his name as their blood stained the sanctum floor. Velthrix Morgrath, fourth apostle of the Shadow Monarch, slayer of cities, harvester of hope, his first hunt into the heart of Bumi Kayangan. And he left with its soul. The moment he crossed the veil, the first gate groaned. A sound felt more than heard, a warning, a prophecy awakening. And in the capital, word raced toward the one man who could not afford to break. Inside the Hall of Crystal Winds, the king stood over the war table, knuckles white, blood dripping from clenched fists. King Elian Veilguards, heir of the Silver Dawn, husband to the fallen queen, father to a daughter he had never once held. He stared at the map without seeing it, only the empty space where his wife's crown of light should have been. High Marshal Lathander entered first, armor dusted with veil ash.
Your Majesty,
he said quietly.
Breach is at the northern route line. The shadows are advancing.
Elian didn't move.
They've never pushed this deep,
he murmured. Skyward Commander Erendor stepped forward, wings flickering with faltering runes.
They advance because the crown is gone, sire. It was not merely a relic. It is the anchor of the first gate, the stabilizing heart of the veil itself.
A cold hush fell. Erendor swallowed.
Without it, the veil is thinning. Our enchantments are failing. Every ward in Bumi Kayangan will collapse within hours.
Someone gasped, not in fear, but in realization. The High Seer stepped forward, her voice trembling as prophecy spilled unbidden.
When the crown of light falls into night, the first gate shall break, the veil will bleed, and the shadows shall taste the sun for the first time.
The commanders froze. This was not a battle. This was the prophesied ending of an age. Elian's gaze rose, and the hall flinched.
This is not an invasion,
he said.
This is the unraveling of the world.
For a heartbeat he saw her, his queen, smiling faintly as she placed the newborn child into Merithiel's arms.
Protect her. Please. Promise me, Elian.
His breath shook. He straightened.
Prepare the legions.
A ripple of dread and unity.
We buy time,
he said.
For our people.
His next words broke 7 millennia of certainty.
And prepare the evacuation directive.
No one spoke. Lethandir stepped forward, voice soft with disbelief.
Your Majesty, to evacuate is to abandon Bumi Kayangan, to admit defeat.
Elian closed his eyes, a single tear slipping free.
To lose the crown of light,
he whispered,
is already defeat.
He placed a trembling hand over his heart.
What remains now is to save who we can.
Earthward Legion, the shield that could not hold. The orders came like thunder. Hold the lines, buy time. protect the Veilgates. At the root wall bastions, earthward warriors braced behind stone bulwarks that had stood unshaken since the First Age. They fell in minutes. Shadow beasts poured through, wolf renders, maw-born hulks, skeletal crawlers erupting from the ground. Captain Ardelian stoneward roared,
"Fall back to Ring 2! Interlock shields. Drown them in veil fire."
but veil steel dimmed. Enchanted weapons sputtered. The elves, for the first time in history, felt weaker than the enemy. Skyward Legion, the winds that were cut down. In the skies, Garuda riders soared into the Dawnstrike formation. Shadow wyverns burst from the clouds, shrieking like torn metal.
Above! Above!
Sky Captain Varenth cried, but a tidal storm of wyverns crashed down, tearing riders from the sky like falling stars. The heavens dimmed under wings of shadow. Tideward Legion, the waves that could not push back. At the crystal shorelines, tideward warriors formed the tide wall. Then the sea turned black. Shadow leviathans rose from the depths, tentacles dripping corruption.
Form the veil ring!
Narian Tidebreaker roared.
Below! They're coming from below!
Too late. The ocean claimed the first of their cities. The king's final decision. Reports flooded into the Hall of Crystal Winds, every front collapsing, every defense dimming, every heartbeat ticking toward the death of a world. Elian did not waver.
Send word to Merithiel.
The commanders stiffened. There was one warrior he trusted above all, the one who had smuggled the newborn heir away, while the queen still bled on the throne.
Tell her.
His voice quivered.
The time has come.
He saw in his mind the last moment they shared, his queen's fingers brushing his cheek, her final whisper.
If the crown ever falls, don't save the throne. Save our daughter.
Elian inhaled and became a king for the last time.
The elves will live,
He said.
even if Bumi Kayangan must die.
War drums thundered, the sky dimmed. The Veilgates trembled open, and Merithiel, silent guardian, the blade that never breaks, was already on her way to finish what her queen began, to save what remained, to face the shadow that stole the light.